A 13-year-old is facing felony charges tonight for allegedly posting threats against a Lorain County school on social media.
We really worry that a lot of young people don't understand that these are not jokes or a hoax situation.
News 5's Jesse Schultz explains how investigators track down the source of those threats and the legal trouble that now follows.
School safety amid a pandemic is the topic of conversation throughout the country.
Unfortunately, school administrators are struggling with both a pandemic crisis and a crisis of increased violence.
But as schools adjust to in-person learning again, there's another safety concern we are far too familiar with.
School threats have already been escalating, and we get an uptick after high-profile events like the Michigan school shooting.
Ken Trump is a national safety consultant.
Young people need to know that once they press send, they can't put the threat back into the smartphone.
He says he's not surprised. There's been a rash of threats to schools here in Northeast Ohio.
Eventually, they'll be found.
He says no matter what platform the threat is made on, local law enforcement have the technology to find the source of it, and quickly.
Law enforcement has become quite adept at conducting investigations following cyber crimes and digital footprints.
He says the majority of threats are unfounded, but that does not make the punishment any less severe.
They are in a special category of crimes in the Ohio Code that it's labeled terrorism.
Michael Benza is a law professor at Case Western. He says oftentimes prosecutors will charge students as adults in these cases. And even if it is just a hoax, the charges start at a third-degree felony.
The juvenile may think that this is a prank, but the harm, the impact, whatever it is that gets caused would make this into a felony conviction, and this kid may be looking at multiple years in prison.
Saying a prank that causes panic is no longer a prank in the eyes of the law.
It's going to have a wide-ranging impact on this student's life. Whether they meant it or not, it doesn't matter.
These threats can come with serious jail time. Benza says a prison sentence can be for life if the threats are real.
Imagine trying to get a job with a conviction for terrorism on your resume.
Trump adds it's important for schools to have a threat assessment team in place to take the proper steps right away, but says the most important tool for school safety is a vigilant student body. If you see something, say something. Reporting for News 5, I'm Jesse Schultz.